The Obama administration approved the CEOs of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac getting base salaries of $900,000 plus $3.1 million in deferred payments, and then another $2 million in bonuses. Should the taxpayers pay those bonuses, or do you think they should be canceled?
No, I thought they were too high. Again, we had some language in the bill we passed that still would have had to administer by them, but would have put some limits on. I don't remember exactly if anybody does.
In the bill we passed in the summer of 2008, the authority was given to HFA to approve salaries and bonuses for all of it.
Right, but then in 2009, we passed that separate bill on compensation, which had some restrictions. I will say this. When we passed the bill in the House, the head of OFAO at the time, Mr. Lockhart, who was the Bush holdover, objected and said that the limits we put on were too stringent. So if the bill we had passed in 2009, remember, it was after the AIG bonuses and there was this retroactive bill, and we were then asked by the Speaker to come forward with a bill to deal with compensation for the recipients of federal funding of various kinds, and we included Fannie and Freddie, and we had limits which, had they become law, would not have allowed this. Lockhart objected to it, and I forget exactly what the numbers were. We will get them for you. So I think these were too high.
Congressman, just to follow up on Fannie and Freddie, you said that the bonuses that were issued are too high. What do you think, though, should be done? Do you think
nothing can be done now? The Senate should have passed the bill that we passed. We passed the bill. Look, we're the legislators. We passed the bill in the House in 2009 with regard to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that would have prevented these from being done. Lockhart, as I said, complained about it, said he'd lose people. I would have hoped that they would have passed it. It's not too late. The bill's still alive. The Senate can pass it. It's hard to do these things retroactively, but it could affect bonuses going forward. I would hope the Senate would pass the bill we passed. Every Republican voted against it. I was somewhat baffled because this came after the objection to the amendment that Senator Dodd, I think, has been unfairly criticized for, because he gave Ken Feinberg the authority he had in the bill, in the Economic Recovery Act. And there was objection to that. So we then passed the bill prospectively, not retroactively, putting limits on the bonuses that could be given, and the compensation, not just bonuses, on the compensation that could be given to all the recipients, including Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. It passed the House. The Republicans opposed it, I thought somewhat hypocritically after complaining about this, and then it died in the Senate. So, I mean, I have no authority over them. I can work to get legislation passed. I wish they'd passed the legislation then. They can still pass it.